Alright, what's up, everyone? We should be live and good to go. Yeah, we're reading nice, nice. Yep, looks good. Alright, so what are we doing tonight? Well, guys, it is Thursday night. I did not get to stream last night because of real life things. And then, I'll let you phrase. Last night I tried, real life came up. The night before that, my son had a really bad bloody nose, so um, that's okay. We are good. We're ready to go. We've got Esper control. And we are ready to rock and roll tonight. So let's have at this. Let's do this, folks. We get a little comfortable. We're going to move the mic over. And move it up. And drag this out. Let's say yes. Oh, this looks fantastic. Let's keep this. Let's go. There we go. We'll do that and pass turn. The most important thing is having disallow up on 3, so let's do this. And pass. I've got everything. I got basically all the colors I need. Yeah, that's a mimic naming human, I'm assuming. Is that or servo? I have sissy girly girl. Yeah, and that's a servo. We'll fetch. Yeah, I need a double white. So we'll play a white source. You mean Chad.deck? Yes, we have seen it. Yeah, Chad.deck is a legit thing. I don't know how great it is, but it's in our testing has been interesting, to say the least. So that's fine. The servos would have gotten big. I just don't feel like dealing with those servos. Oh my goodness, can we draw some more lands? Alright, we're gonna take a turn off, play the courtyard. So in case we get lucky enough to draw Fumigate, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get stomped on here in a second. No, Fumigate, or if we don't draw a thing. Kalitas would be amazing here. Or just a removal spell in general. Yep, we take 5. No, he's got nothing, and we did draw a removal spell. So we can play that. Yeah, we're setting up for either disallow whatever. I mean, it's gonna be when they enter the battlefield, so if we see him cast something stupid, we will kill it. So that's where you murder that. So he can create his servo. And they're just 1/1s now. I am not in fear of a 1/1 servo. And him cracking it just means he's got no action. So. And I mean, this is our deck. This is the life total we play with at any given point. So we're going to crack that. And we got blue. A little short on the black, I guess. Maybe. What's up, Spirit Triller? Oh, we're just gonna keep doing this now. I mean, we drew some lands, so good news is we can make a profitable block. Am I celebrating today? I mean, every day is a good day. But if you mean the date, then I have had to work and I have kids, so no. I am not meddling wage. I'm gonna do this. My mic is really. Oh, I know why. Thank you. Alright, my mic's not going to be quiet anymore. I play paper all the time, actually. Believe it or not. I travel to a lot of tournaments. Actually, I gotta fix that. Hold on one sec. I can fix the wind tunnel part. Yelled. Boop. There we go. Now it's going to be quiet. Oh, he suckered me. I mean, we obviously are going to block here. And kill that. Oh. I would not invest in online yet, Meddling Mage. I'll be honest there. Until they decide what they're going to do with next. Digital next. My investment's not online so much anymore. It's only because I'm sponsored by Card Hoarder. Yes, selfless promo. And I get what I need to play and do this every day for you guys. Paper is a lot safer as of right now. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is you just don't know. So yep, it'll resolve. It will resolve. He's ferocious. No, I definitely get that. I mean, at Digital Next, you have no idea. No clue. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see in um, June what it's going to look like in some way, shape, or form. Because it's 25 years. Oh my goodness, deck. Yes, I get I run 26 lands. You don't need to show me all of them. Alright, so he attacks with everyone. We take one. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Alright, so he's making two more servos. Sweet, he's not attacking. Holy God, deck. I have card draw galore. No, I play a lot of paper still. Mondays here we do live testing. We've been doing Amonkhet. Yeah, we have no ban list yet, but we're doing Amonkhet. And then Fridays I go to F&M. We're dead. We are dead. Two more lands before we see any action. That's awesome. So Flaying Tendrils is really good here. And the other Fumigate is fantastic. Baral even not bad here. Push is good. Unmaking, not really good here. And kind of don't know about sword. Or is it just a Cletus? I mean, we can win on the backbone of Cletus. I think we cut to Cletus's. Yeah, nope. I'm looking forward to the rotation. Whatever SCG event, if it's nearby, I'll probably be at for rotation weekend. Yeah, we'll keep this. So I'm looking forward to that. While I play all the formats, Standard is definitely my most loved of the formats. Ooh. Poop on you. We can murder that before it does anything. Oh, we got Dynavolt on 3 too. Fantastic. Oh, that feels so good. Yep, I know. That's why we love our Discord, because we get to talk to you guys. And once we get our Patreon, it'll be even cooler. So, because we'll be able to do a lot more fun stuff. And I think we're getting a storm. So hopefully our internet doesn't go poop. Good news is Dynavolt takes care of a lot of things, and one more white source, and Fumigate takes care of everything. Let us check the weather app. Let's see. Weather app. You have alerts. Rain, lightning striking 6.2 miles northeast. Severe T-storms possible tonight. Well, that's going to be fun. Yeah. Spirits have never died off. You just got to play it right. That's, kind of the thing. Alright, so we're going to get 4 energy off this. 2 off the Dynavolt, 2 off the Glimmer. We're going to look for a white source. Hopefully. Yep. Because that's a sideboard card against me, I guess. Let's Glimmer. And we're going to always yield to our Dynavolt because, yeah, it's 2 energy. It's always going to be 2 energy. All right, so bottom, top. So we got another sunken. We got a concealed courtyard, so we'll do that. And if he plays something that's a servo, we can glimmer, get enough energy, Dynavolt the Mimic. I don't know if that's worth it. I'd save it for something else, actually. Because we're just going to get full value off this. I mean, let's take a peek. See what we get. I mean, we may just Dynavolt just to save 2 life. Bottom. Top. So we'll do that, save 2 life. And now we can shamble. And we can fumigate, which will then give us enough energy to shoot down anything that's a pain. And we gain 4 life. And I feel like that's a win-win for us. Next turn we can Gear Hulk into Gear Hulk into Gear Hulk's travel in packs, by the way, guys. If you aren't too sure, we've learned a vital lesson here at playing Control deck. And Blue Gear Hulk travels together. So thanks for the target. Alright, so we're going to do that. Alright, just going to thin out the deck a little bit. Try to get a few more blue sources, even though we have them in our hand. Is good. Blue, blue, white, white, black, black. Gear Hulk, surprise! Can't block, but what I can do is glimmer. And we'll top that. I mean, ooh. That's a spicy one. We have the 5 alarm button now. We definitely need more blue sources. So let's fetch, get ourselves a blue source. Boop. Another blue source. So I could fumigate, hold up, disallow. You know what? I'm actually okay with that. Should have probably attacked first, but... Now we can disallow if he tries to cast a big thingy. And big thingy, I mean, like, yeah. That. Yeah, we were good. Alright, I think that's how we're running it. Let's run it back. Alright, let's see. We got Shamble. I think we're okay. We're drawing. We have a lot of blue sources. I mean, technically, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to murder that. Oh, Salty Energy's fun. Let's do that. Let's push that. So, I mean, hopefully we'll draw a blue source here. And we'll just play it, even if it's a tapped one. Yeah, I kind of knew what his play was going to be. This is a pain. We'll play our blue source, hoping we draw one. If not, we're going to take a turn off Shamble. Then we'll Glimmer, hopefully, into our blue source. And this is a little bit rougher of a keep when we have two spells I cannot cast. So we're on game plan Find Fumigate at this point. Or game plan Untap Blue Source. Not a card I can't cast. Alright, so we're going to take the turn off. We're going to Shamble. I'm going to take a small beating this turn and next turn. Alright, so we drew Tower. I don't know if that... Tower would have been a really good turn 3, but I have to Glimmer now. Because we do need to find a Fumigate. 2, 4, 7... 9 right now. So yeah, we gotta find a Fumigate. We're Fumigate or bust at this point. Technically, I can activate Femoral, block. but I am going for the Fumigate plan. Or if we find like push. Yeah, I mean that's was one thought, and that negates 2 damage, and we gain 2, so we only take 5 this turn. But I think our plan is to go to 2. In hopes to find... We're going to bottom both these because we just don't want them. Okay. Those did not help. Neither did that. And we die. There's a Tendrils. That would have been awesome too. We had outs, just couldn't find them. Good news is, I am playing probably the most trolly deck I have in my arsenal. So, we're playing the mono blue deck at F&M. I only do leagues with my really trolly decks. Because people get angry when I do those. Why is it always off center? Alright, let's see. Fetch, turn 1. Or I could fetch on 4. We may fetch on 4. Actually, we're going to fetch on 1. We have our black. White's a little rougher to get at times. But we're going to fetch on 1. And we're going to get a black source. Yeah, we're going to get a black source. And we're going to courtyard. Ooh. Alright. And then we'll Island into Dynavolt. Is this like mono red artificer deck? This is gonna be interesting. Not sure. But I am not feeling super threatened yet, so we're going to Dynavolt. So we can start making our turns count, because next turn we can actually glare and grasp, which is really good. We've got an improvise in there. Alright, so we'll take 3, and then it's like a mono red artificer deck. Yeah, we got Grasp and Claire. This is shaping up to be a-okay. Now we just could use a blue-white source deck. No 2 energy. Alright, so let's murder him. Trigger. Then let's glare him. Trigger. We'll take 1. I am good with taking 1. This is just a human pilot. Okay. Alright, well, we drew that. No. We're not going to let him equip that up. And that's also draw for him. So no cycling for you, please, sir. So, I mean, I got a Dynavolt that can take care of just about anything. Alright, there's Prism. It's a redraw. We're going to shoot the servo. Not in love with that, but we're going to shoot the servo. And we got a grasp. Alright, that's fine. And we're drawing some of the answers. We just need to draw other answers. Prism gets a redraw. This is an red improvise artificer deck. Maybe. That's a free gem region. I have the exact answer for a free gem region. It's a 2-mana kill spell. Oh, this deck. It's playing with my heartstrings a little bit. We could definitely see it unearth. I mean, who knows? Ah! Can't kill that with grasp. Technically, we can grasp it and then kill it, but no, we've drawn all 4 grasp. You know, I'm gonna take 6 this turn. Just in case he draws like something large. It doesn't put me at dead yet. Alright, now I'm going to get angry. You do not go after my artifacts. Ah, we got a prairie stream. Alright, so we can take 2 this turn, let him play whatever he wants to play. Hopefully he plays a land. I mean, I'm totally fine with Sorning. We'll neg him down to 1. Boop. Gain 5. Now we're back at parity. That's fine. He had a shock. He'll redirect at Soren. Alright, so he's got 1 card left. And there's our Gear Hulk. So we'll just hang on. Spirit, you called it. You said we need a Gear Hulk, and the deck said here's a Gear Hulk. So that's not going to happen. Yeah, Reckless Fireweaver can die very quickly. I don't know what he's hanging on to. We're going to swing, though. Unless it's like a shock or something. So we're going to draw a counter spell. Bottom. Nope, that's fine. We drew better. We'll play that. And we'll play everybody's friend. Because everyone deserves 2 Kalidas main board nowadays. Sweet, we got a disallow. So we got the big man. Nope. Let's attack for 5. We're back at 20. So I tap 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open. Alright. So we're going to hold up because I want my Gear Hulk to be good. Let's go aggro. Oh, there we go. Beat you down. Alright. So he's like an artificer type deck. There's gonna be a lot of non-token creatures, so Kalidas is good. Baral, I think we take you out. They all have big butts. I think we Soren or Ob instead of Baral. Ob gives us another destroy. This is fine. We just gotta draw some lands. So we'll play the tap land. Yeah, we'll be murdering that. So I'm going to cast push on that, holding up our second push. Yep, no, we'll concealed courtyard next. Alright, so that's fine. Especially if that's just the turn. Alright, so yep. We'll do that. Now we have push and grasp open. If we draw an untap, we have glimmer. If not, we have sunken. Alright. We'll grasp that. Alright, we drew the untapped. So let's play the untapped. Yep, statuary is fine. I'll keep both actually. Yep. Alright, so we'll do that. Reveal that. Now I have grasp and disallow up. So I'm feeling pretty good here. I mean, trample haste 4/4. Think we are choosing to take the hit. Because I want the glimmer. Bottom, top. Man, they come in packs. We like that. Oh, we like that ever. Alright, so we have the ability to glimmer, grasp, and murder just about anything he plays. Alright, that's a Fire Weaver. You've got it. So let's murder that. He's playing a land. Let's counter that. Now let's murder that. Alright, so now we're on the probably, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, sure, if you really want to. Boop, Gear Hulk. I'm just going to flashback a glimmer. Seems really good here. Let's up some more turns. Bottom. And we need to draw land. And I will block you. Alright, so we have 7 lands. So really not much this turn anyway. So we're going to go like this. Play the tap land. And Oh, Druid, it's going really well. We're 1-1, I want to say. It's a it. This is definitely a different build than what Esper looks like right now. Yeah, we have void shatters and disallows up. So let's see what he wants to do. Yeah, about that. No. Play that. Yep, Soren's a one of right now. I'll show the deck list here in a second. Hello, friend. But yeah, this is my version of it, and it's a really solid um it's been really solid for me. It's no Gideon, so it's a little bit more budget friendly. Yeah, we got there. All right, so we go over the deck list. All right, it's all sorted. All right, so it's a 26 land, good old control deck, but we're running 4 pushes, one Immolating Glare because I found it handles a lot of things really well. Brawl is in there as a test. He's been decently good because we have enough counter spells. Plus, just making our stuff that much cheaper is good. Grasp is just a solid removal for us. Disallow, Void Shatter, 3 mana counter spells. Need I say more? Disallow is the better one of the two. Anguished Unmaking. Yup, we needed Exile. We run 2 Dynavolts main, and they really do work for us, especially when we get towards the late game with a lot of energy after glimmering a few times because of Gear Hulks and all that. It lets us kind of end the game. Speaking of Glimmer, we do run all 4. I've moved Kalidas from the side to the main because of all the vehicle decks we were facing. Kalidas, with any bit of our removal, just ends any vehicle threats so quickly. 2 Fumigates because we do need a board presence and we need to keep it clear unless we're in the driver's seat. 4 Gear Hulks and then 1 Sorin. Really love Sorin when I get him down. So the sideboard as right now looks a little bit all over the place, but there is means to my madness. The Blessed Alliance for Pummeler decks and whatnot, because generally they're attacking alone with Pummeler because we've cleared everything else out. So we just Blessed Alliance and Bob's your uncle, we win. Stasis Snare, just a really good answer for like any creature-based deck. Another Fumigate if we're running into like little weenie or just spew everything out. If we get into a control battle, we're not as control-y as like the blue whites or the Chess guys or anything like that. But we can bring in some negates, and then Sphinx of the Final Word, if we can get him to land, he's game ending for us. So we also can bring in 2 Transgresses to the control mirror. Flaying Tendrils is my board wipe at the low end. So if we're really running into like, I've run into servo decks a few times. I've run into like a faster red deck, all that stuff. We bring in Tendrils. It just ends the game. Gideon decks or any Planeswalker based decks, we have Ruinous Path. And then we have Ob. Ob's just a great, he's great in a lot of the mid-rangey stuff. When we're playing some bigger creatures, no haste, we can land an Ob, start taking over the game, kill something, draw cards. So the whole thing's been really good. We are running 3 Evolving Wilds. I'm not in love with Evolving Wilds, but it does help us curve out our mana a little bit nicer at times. And we do have 3 Shambling Vents, or actually all 4 Shambling Vents in here, because, well, Manlands are good, and Shambling Vents is one of the best, honestly. So, it's been really sound for us. This deck has actually done very well. I've taken it. Yep, Evolving Wilds also help with push, which is another big deal for us. So we've taken this to a few events. We've done events on Moto here, and we've done very well with this deck. So this is one of my most requested YouTube decks. It's got like 200 something views, I think it is. Let me see. I actually have my YouTube up right now because I was just going over some stuff. Yeah, 254 and growing every day. So, yep, Grixis Control. We helped a friend fine tune, and it's a great solid deck. I just liked white a little bit better because I get Sorin and Fumigate and Glare, Blessing Alliance, and stuff like that, and that's just been better for me. And then the Anguish I'm making has been surprisingly good in a lot of spots. So, yeah, I am very happy with this build. Yeah, and that's where I feel like my mana base is actually pretty smooth. I got to smooth it out a little bit more, actually. But I'm not going to worry about it right now because we do have 1 week and counting till we have Amonkhet in Standard. Anything from our testing has shown Amonkhet's going to be different. It's definitely upping, but I think the problem being BFZ's block's just going to overshadow it, which is sad. Alright, so yeah, we're going to keep we're on the draw, so we can see what we draw. Our opponent mulled, so yeah, we know what we're definitely doing now. So we're going to do this. We're going to go fetch a blue source out. Well, I guess we can do this. And then play blue source. Yep, that's fine. Yep. Grixis definitely has a little bit of an issue with its mana, but not, I mean, you can curve out or work that out with like anticipates and glimmers and whatnot. Call me intrigued right now. I mean, I'm fine with land go. Don't get me wrong, land go is by far my favorite thing to do. Inventor's Fair. Well, we're going to do this. And we're just going to say land go. I mean, right now I'm not worried about countering his card draw. He's just shaping out things. I will counter something stupidly big. So let's try to glimmer, see if he lets us glimmer. If he counters it, whatever. It's the end of his turn. We're not going to get in a counter war yet. So he's got the counter. So we're going to top both of these. So drawing Dynavolts are great. Too bad we're going to have to discard. We're going to discard a Dynavolt, I think. Actually, you know what? We have Gear Hulk. We're going to do a disallow. So it just gives us one disallow use there. But what I want to do is I want to work on landing these Dynavolts. So let's do that. Now we have disallow. He's going to let the Dynavolt fly. That's fine. We have disallow backup, so he's missing land drops too. Ooh, I know what deck this is now. This is a mono blue, so he's crushing. Well, you, sir, do not realize I actually have counter spells. So alright, so it looks like our counter spells are going to be bad. But double Dynavolt's going to help a lot here. Is he going for another crush? I have another disallow. I had 3 in hand. This is like my mono blue deck, but he's running 0 drops. Interesting. Now we got Gear Hulk up. I'm hoping we run out of the crushes on him. Yeah, this is definitely... I know exactly what this deck is now. So it looks like he's just going to flail his arms around a lot. Let's Glimmer. Get a buttload of energy. Put that on top, that on bottom. And we're going to try starting to end the game here. Alright. Cletus is actually not good here. He's a clock, but I'm not going to put him out there yet. So we're going to play a Baral. And Baral we will fight over. No. I'm just not in the mood to let you do that right now. No. So here's where this is going to go. He's mono blue, so he's got to play something, and he's going to gain a couple life. But we are going to exile that, and he can redraw. Alright, so we'll play this. How much land do I have? So I don't have enough to Gear Hulk out what I want to do, so we will hold up. And Burrell's just keeping that Inventor's Fair in check. That's all he's doing. Yeah, we're actually fine with this. I'm good with playing Lango for a turn or two just to get a little bit more settled. Because he can still land. He's still got enough power. We've gotten rid of a lot of it, though, with the Paradoxal and the Aether Flux. So at this point, we just want to kind of hold. Alright, so he's going to try to draw into his win. And we are not going to allow that at all. We're going to grab one of the 4 disallows we have in the yard. We're going to disallow that. Yep, and we're going to Baral. Yep, we'll draw. And we'll discard. Yeah, get some more energy. I mean, the grass gives us a target now, so. So he drew the Paradoxal, but he can't really replay anything. So you got a Metal Spinners. He's got 2 mana. Murder that. So he found a reservoir. But I think he's dead next turn. So if I shock him... Yep, we got him Xaxes next turn. So let's activate that. Yep. Got him Xaxes. Alright, so... Yep. This is where negates come in. Transgresses are going to come in because we just have too many bad kill spells against him. I am bringing in Sphinx. And probably Ob. So... we already know our kill spells are pretty bad here. So we're removing that. I should actually probably remove the Fumigates and bring in the Grasps back. Yep. We'll run it just like that. Because the Grasp at least hit a few things. So basically we're just going to be counter.deck. I mean, yeah, I'm fine with this. It's a slow hand, but it can be pretty punishing, and that is a fantastic draw. See, I got to go through and see what Amonkhet's going to look like. You know, I played some control decks. I actually got to get the rest on paper. Now we're drawing all the good stuff. And he's just playing 2 drops. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Because right now we have an untapped turn 4 Glimmer. So this is fine. If we're taking 1 damage, his goal is to end me in 50. That's what his goal is as a deck. So I want a Glimmer. We got to hold up for Paradoxal. Or Res. Alright, so it's a 1/6. Sure. It's a 2/6. Hopefully we could find an untapped land. That's bad. That's good. And the estuary is fantastic. So we'll reveal. We're going to Dynavolt. And we're going to just hold up Negate. And then we're going to play our Evolving Wilds. Bonesaw. And I'm fine with this. This is pretty hilarious, actually. Alright, so we're going to do this. And then we'll probably anguish on making the Crane, which feels horrible, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's anguish on making. I'm not racing him at this point, so I want him to so he's anticipating. That's fine. We've drawn out a lot of his hand. He's tapped down on his turn now. We'll have a Gear Hulk next turn to handle just about anything. And we're going to go after more blue because we are blue starved. We'll do that. Pass turn. Yep, Prism's fine. And if he wants to Paradoxal at the end of his turn, Alright, you're negating my Glimmer. Sweet. And more blue. Ooh. He's 2 lands away from going both at the same turn. I think we need to go Sorin and put a little bit of punch in our step here. Yep. Yeah, it's 4 lands. Yeah. Alright, so you drew a land. That's fine. Yep. Yep, Crane's gonna get down. He's got a bone saw. Alright. So I mean, gain 3 life, that's not super relevant. But I think it's relevant enough that he doesn't have a creature on the battlefield. If he goes for the Paradoxal, we just... So I think what we do here is we actually Gear Hulk, and we point Anguish Unmaking at the reservoir. Because he didn't go for it. And make him have it, so he's got to bounce everything back to his hand. And he doesn't. So that works. Alright. So now we do this again. We're going to reveal. And let's start getting through that life total. Matt, the reason I didn't, I'm trying to work through my thought process, so I get why you say take it, but I've played enough reservoir decks to know the Crane can get super large butt-wise, and it's very just stupid to deal with. So, see, this is where we do not want to give him that chance. And we're going to point this negate at it. And let's see if he's got a negate for my negate. Nope. Alright, so he's crushing. I mean, is this the worst thing in the world? No. So we're going to put that on top and that on top for sure. And now he's got to discard a ton. So we're going to do this. 3. So I'm going to play that. And now just hold up. I mean, I could have bolted beforehand. Probably should have. Void Shatter that. So we've gone through 2, and he just scoops it up. See what we're getting. We're burying no... Well, we're keeping 1, bury 1. So we're getting Baral on top of that? Yeah, that's... Yeah, we were fine. Nope, I definitely see that line. That's why I have you guys here. You guys are amazing. And you guys keep me honest and keep me going. And while I play a lot of control decks, sometimes I do miss other lines. I have a line in my head that... Yeah, thank you, Spirit. That's... We played enough of those... Against enough of those decks and played enough of those decks. Yeah, we'll keep this. Yeah, this is an Esper Dynavolt. It's 2 Dynavolts main. So this has been pretty solid. Looks like we may have actually gotten our first contender. This may be Mardu Vehicles. So it should be a tough fought matchup. We're going to play our tap lands first. Was I playing? I don't... Do I think it will change it on Cat? I definitely do. Because the Blue God is ridiculous. I absolutely adore and love the... Why didn't he attack? Okay. Every now and again we get those. The Blue God's absolutely ridiculous. I'm just being honest here. I mean, he may be my favorite and best out there. 5 lands, 2 things that do stuff. Yeah, we're fine. Where am I playing? Well, I'm just in the general populace. Glorious End. Which one's that? Hold on. You guys are asking me questions I should have answers for. Give me a second here. I can talk to you guys and look. Hurry or I'm leaving. Well, we've got an impatient one. Oh, I'm just in the general tournament practice room. We've got a winner for a opponent, by the way. Alright, so let's do that. Which one's... Alright, you have to remind me what Glorious End is. Because I've seen all of them, but I haven't gone through, like, bit by bit, like I used to do spoilers. I'm on... Mike, I'm on Moto right now. Magic Online. So, they have different rooms you can play in. It's a Healy. Well, we're just going to hold up Cat. The Death 2 Cat. Oh, that one. Yep. Okay. So we did a lot of talking about Glorious End, to be honest. And I think it's going to see a place in like a pummeler or aggro style deck, like out of the sideboard more or less. Because of how good, like, your opponent attacks with everyone, not thinking you have lethal back, you end their turn, and then just destroy them. It's super thin, like, super a thing. Yeah, no. I don't like Chandra. Well, I like Chandra. I just don't like Chandra being played against me. So I'm completely fine with this not happening right now. Let's do that. All right, let's get Tower out. Tower numero uno. Because now we have Grasp covering Cat. So no Cat. We're going to Grasp that so we can't get value off the Saheeli. This deck, I think I built one to test with. I can get a list. I think it's pretty similar. I think it really just added the Blue God and yada, yada, yada. Alright, so Baral is not going to do what we want him to do, but we can go to another one. Because what's better than one Dynavolt Tower? It is two. Alright, so he's going to minus. Well, he can't really minus, so we're going to get double triggers. Now we can murder if he plays a creature. And yes, we'll redirect at Saheeli. And we drew a Void Shatter, so fantastic. No, not so good. Can't play Baral. I need an extra blue source. Did I miss any questions? Do you think control will change? The Red God's really good too. Red God's going to bring aggro back, I think. That's just my personal opinion. Alright, so that's fine. Alright, we'll play a black source here. He's probably got Harness Lightning. So staying off creatures is not the worst thing. Alright, well, that's a gooder for us. And 4 color is fine. Looks like he's just auto yielded, so we're gonna bottom that, top that. We'll shoot back at Saheeli. I like Cletus. Let's see how he likes Cletus. Because Cletus I can play. He can harness that if he so chooses. I'll burn through some of his energy at least. That's fine. I figured he had Harness Lightning. I'd like to get a Brawl down at some point here. Start letting us loot. Yeah, we'll do that. Chances he's sticking onto 1 is very low because he hasn't played it. If he has it, he has it. But he's already... Nope, he's got Nishkana, though. That's a pain. Well, we got Fumigate, so... Let's do that. We'll gain some life off the Fumigate. Redirect at Sealy. Alright, so let's Fumigate. We're shields down for 1 turn. So let's see how he goes here. Alright, Rogue Refiner's fine. He can't take down Saheeli or I kill it. Knowingly, he's probably got a backup in hand. So he's got a backup Saheeli is what it's telling me. Yeah, I should have left the Black Source open. And he had Cat. Well, I can murder Saheeli. So combo's not going to happen. We've got double grasp to handle everything on the ground. We're going to take 3. We're not... I'm making a few bad choices, but this is not the worst line I've seen. Saheeli's down. I'm sure he's got another one in hand. So let's kill Cat. And then hold up. I can kill Rogue Refiner if I have to. But definitely kill Cat. We're going to take it here. Because I'd like to Glimmer if I can. Alright, so Oath of Chandra does nothing. If he's got another Saheeli, which he does, we're going to disallow it. Yeah, again, I tapped wrong. So he's got 5 card types. He can search out. He's got a Whirler. All right. So Fumigate would be huge here. I know. I am bad at this. All right. This is going to be a rough turn. We're going to have a lot of energy, though. All right, so... Yeah, I'm kind of holding the blues up. We'll see what we get. All right, I'm going to make him burn through it. If he wants all that energy. Because we can shoot down other things. Yep. So there's that. Alright, so we got 4 to go rip through. Let's murder that. Alright, let's murder a Thopter. Put me to 5. Saheeli. Great. Let's... leave up 2 black sources. In case we can find a grasp or something good. Gearhulk is definitely usable here. We don't have negates main. We have glimmers and disallows and all that main. But he's in second main, so it doesn't. Walking Bliss is fine. Is fine. Yep, he gets me with that. All right. So let's change it up a little bit. 4-color Saheeli. Yep, Oath Trigger is gonna get me. So we bring in the paths. That. And that. Trying to remember what I gotta take out for this. Brawl comes out. Oh, I don't know if I bring in negates. I don't know if I love negate here. I think I take the negates out. And Ob comes out. I definitely like keep my fumigates. And my anguished unmakings. I think immolating glare comes out. I think 2 pushes come out because there's really not much that I can hit with push. So I think we're going to remove the pushes and bring in some negates. Because that should help. Yeah, I just realized Oath Trigger's going to get me. So, yeah, I can't wait for Monday either. Because Monday means I have another stream for you guys. Live stream. I mean, I'm going to mulligan. Yeah, this is much better. Not great, but serviceable. We have no blue mana. So, I haven't missed anyone. No. We're going to bottom that. On Wizards and can't find anything to play. What do you think? Will Cat get banned? Opinions are high on a yes side, but I don't know. Like, I feel like them banning things just has, like, consumer confidence at an all-time low. Oh my god. Well, you got 2 lands. And what is the worst thing to deal with? Guardian. So I think it will. Like, my whole thing was, I said they should just go, surprise, we're just rotating everything. So he drew a land. We're going to play a tapped land, because we can't do anything else. Yes. Untapped source. And it's a blue source. So not only can we Glimmer, we can Void Shatter. I mean, I got an answer for Chandra. Now it's just a matter of finding answers for everything else. You're going to negate my Glimmer. Well, that's sad. But I'm completely fine with that, because now you're not holding negate. Yep, Oath of Ness is fine. If only X spells could count on the high and low side. Oh, I agree. But I'm looking forward to flipping some large, like, commit to memory with Sorin at least once in my standard going. Yeah, no, we're not dealing with Whirler. Gear Hulk, eh? Not a land, so I can cast Gear Hulk, but another Gear Hulk. Do I think it'll make Esper tier 1? Well, alright. Let's go to... You know what? After this, guys, hang out here for a second. I'm actually going to go grab that right now. And it's on deck stats. I don't know if it'll be tier 1, but I know it's going to be a lot of fun. And Esper control. And I will talk you through my ideas. So I'm going to murder that now, so there's nothing else you can really do with it. I mean, we're pretty dead here. I've made some big changes to Esper. And I'm not sure what I'm in love with or what I hate. So surprised he hasn't played a Chandra yet. Speaking of Chandra, there's the crazy lady. I can get the 4-mana board wipe thing going on. Oh, let's see if the Gear Hulks can bring us back from the brink of death. He's got harness, we die. Plain simple. Nope, he's got release, so we're dead anyway. Alright, so let's talk about control. Because you guys are asking me about control, so I might as well bring up my control shell. Get full screen. And let me blow it up. Too much. Alright, there we go. So we have made some changes, and I've actually removed most of the garbage in the side, or out of the main. We only have 4 creatures main now. That's our Gear Hulks, because Gear Hulk makes all life possible. We've gone to basically the win con of Approach to the Second Sun, and it is super powerful. I don't know if you guys caught my Monday stream when I was playing my blue-white shell of this, and it was like counter, do nothing, kill something, board wipe, approach, draw with pull from tomorrow, win game. It was really just, it felt good. Like, I don't want to say like, oh my goodness, this was great. Now, some of the cards I'm not sold on, like Commit to Memory. I'm not in love with, having sometimes your opponent draw a bunch, but having the ability to, at instant speed, shuffle my hand if my hand is bad, and my whole library and my graveyard back into my library at instant speed at the end of their turn feels really good. So that is something I am looking forward to maybe trying. I didn't get to try that so much. So this Monday coming up, I'm definitely going to do that. We've cut back on some things and brought some other things back in. We did leave the Anguished Unmaking. The Anticipates. Okay. So Baneslayer, how it works right now, the way the rules read, I can target an instant, which is commit. And since I can target commit, once that gets on the stack, I can choose memory. And then I choose memory at instant speed. So I'm drawing 7 at instant speed. For a control shell, that's amazing. I haven't added the Blue God to this list yet. This is one revision back yet. But we do have Grasp, Glimmer. I'm trying Nevers. Listen, this is just the rules. I'm just playing by the rules. And this is how it works. So, we have judges that have confirmed this. So, instead of playing Runa's Path main, I'm trying Never's main. I'm not sure. I think Never's going to move to the side. Because I do want to get the Blue God in there. That's where I think I'm going to move Never to the side. And put the Blue God in his place. Then I got to still tinker with a few of the numbers. Pull from Tomorrow is fantastic. That card, late game, has just... Like, we're talking like turn 9, 10. Like, I've got my mana. I've been hitting my land drops. Things are great. My opponent goes past turn, and they're not a control deck, and there's something else. And I go draw 6, discard 1, so I'm drawing 5 successfully, and I don't need a land drop, so I'm discarding a land probably I drew. Oh my goodness, as a control deck, I'm like, oh, like you just are so excited because we are drawing a lot of cards, and that just makes me happy on the inside. So I think I'd actually cut probably one Void Shatter and both Nevers and move into the Blue God. So this is the Esper shell I'm still kind of hashing out. The other shell that I've been really happy with, and I did get to play it, and I've got it hidden right now for a reason because I'm still working on it. It's got no side. This deck was unreal. Blue-white control. Now, I know some of you saying they're playing blue-black, and that's fine. This was awesome. And I'm going to try Jeskai Shell, because I want to try... Like, the only problem was I was keeping Kefnet with 7 cards, so I could do things with him. But I want to try Reds, so I can have Wandering Ephemerals and Fever Visions. Because I feel like that's just going to be bonkers. So, there's definitely, like I say, I was an approach deck. I was trying Cast Out. Cast Out's really solid for us control players. In my opinion, it's better than Stasis Snare. Yes, it's 1 mana more. But you remember that 4 mana slot we've been talking about? We don't really have... We have Glimmer. Or we have a draw spell. That's fine. But we have Cast Out now. And Cast Out's really solid. It's exile non-land permanent, so at instant speed. I almost like it better than Anguish Unmaking because we're not losing life. It's 1 mana more. It's an enchantment, so that's a little funky. Sometimes there is some enchantment hate. Not a ton as of yet, but it is super solid. Yet again, I was trying that whole commit to memory thing. I don't think it's as good in the blue-white shell as it is in like an Esper shell where I can flip Sorin, deal 10 damage to said person, and win the game. We did have a new different package in there. We did have Essence Scatter. We had a Negate main. That felt really good. Failure, I was just trying it because it is return target spell to owner's hand. And then we have Comply because, yet again, busted rules. I can target Failure with Gearhulk and then Comply, and then they can't cast anything of that creature. We did play a Jace main because Jace is still one of my favorite walkers, and 5-mana Jace is still just really good if you can protect him. And that's just how that worked. Pull from tomorrow. It was pretty much, we went to anticipate, to, I think we got rid of the glimmers completely. Yeah, we cut the glimmers completely. I may bring one back in, but the pull from tomorrows were really solid. Because even at, once we get to 5 mana, we're drawing 2, discarding 1. I'm okay with that, or drawing 3, discarding 1. So, that was an okay trade-off. The only thing I did miss was getting my draw spells with my Gear Hulks. That's kind of how these decks have worked in the past. So, still working out the numbers. I think Pull for Tomorrow will probably be at max at 2 of. It's just really solid. Like scary good at times, especially late game when you're just needing that little bit. So this was my favorite deck of the night by far. I think it's got the most legs, and it was just scary how quickly I could take over a game. So with Kefnet, he was just, yeah. So I think we're going to, this week, yeah, I think that's where I'd end up going, is cutting the Anticipates, going to Glimmers, and probably cutting 1 Pull from Tomorrow and going to a 3rd Glimmer. So I have 3 Glimmers, 2 Pull from Tomorrows, and that's our draw. That's kind of like the right numbers. I think I'd be cutting back on the commits, going to more cast outs. I can tell you I tried As Foretold. I've been trying it in a lot of different decks. I'm not in love with it. Not in a control shell, at least. I can tell you that. Maybe in a creature shell, it'll be better. But as a control player, I definitely, this week coming up, I am going to have a Jeskai shell with this. So it's going to be a night. It's basically, I'm going to take this shell and modify it just so I can get Fevered Visions in there, like I was saying. So I've been really super happy with Fevered Visions. Because my buddy Brian, who's on our stream now, he's a permanent. He has a blue-red shell. And it's Fevered Visions and Kefnet and all that. And that was just like scary. I definitely agree with you on that, Baneslayer. It just doesn't feel right. I can regroup the cards by type. How's that work? Does that work for you? There you go. So I'm definitely cutting the Sphinx out of any build right now. It's just going to move to the sideboard. I don't have that. I can get him to put it up online for me, but I don't have that deck for me from him. That was a good shell, though, because it was like Fevered Visions on 3, Kefnet on 4, or Kefnet just a little bit later, and just drawing, and it was a rough play. I played against it. It was rough. So, WNY Gaming, thank you for the host. So, Western New York, what is up? Got to find out who they are. But yeah, I definitely can see my counter package changing a little bit. Depending on, that's where, like, as a control player, you're changing how you want it. But Essence Scatter is really, if you're a control player, you're happy to see that back. Because at turn 2, now we have something that counters those pesky turn 2s. So that's really good for us. We just don't have Anticipate anymore. I think Cast Out on 4 is fantastic. So yeah, I definitely like the... I'm moving away from Dynavolt and more into the Approach the Sun, Second Sun, because it is... If Approach the Second Sun was cast from your hand, and you cast another spell named Approach the Second Sun this game, you win the game. So I'm waiting on a judge friend to get me the exact ruling, because the way it reads is you don't actually have to resolve them. It's just they have to be cast. And if that's the case, this is bonkers. Because that's how it reads. It just reads casting. So I tapped my 6 mana and casted it. So let's get back. I'm going to jump back in, play another, one more round. So I do have a deck for tomorrow night for F&M, though, that will anger most everyone. So yeah, ask him about the Second Sun. See if it's right on with just what we think it is, which is just cast and cast. Alright, so we're going to keep. We're playing first, so we're going to actually go get a white source. I kind of feel like I should be getting a black source, though, but I don't need to worry about that so much. The white source is going to be more important depending on the deck we're playing against, and they'll tell us next turn what we're playing against and everything like that. So you guys are amazing, and I love having these. What is up with Artificer decks? Alright, we're going to need a white source. In case we get Immolating Glare or something like that. Why is everyone trying to build Artificer decks? But yeah, so I definitely appreciate all of you coming out, hanging out, chatting. I mean, I love talking through my ideas because a lot of my ideas are nuts. And that's part of the Brewer Spark. We enjoy... holy God, it's really... It's maybe not. It may not be. So he's going to do nothing on turn 3. If it's an Artificer deck, he's going to play a creature. If it's what I think it is. So second, that's what I thought. First, okay. So first time, yes, you just got to cast it. Second time, it's actually got to fully resolve. It's an Artificer deck. Well, we have no way to deal with that. Alright, you know what? You've got one. One is plenty. You do not get two. Please, sir, step aside. Alright, so we need our deck to do exactly as we ask. And give us white source, fumigate. I see no way how I'm going to kill that either. But we're definitely going to give it the good old college try if we drew some lands. Because I would love to play a Gear Hulk. Yeah, can't grasp of darkness it. Oh, deck. Alright, we got a blocker. It does not have trample. Alright, we're just going to Glimmer for giggles. And bottom. And bottom. Yep. Alright, so we know what he's playing. No way to really deal with that right away. So we're going to bring in the Blessed Alliance. And the Transgress the Mines. And that seems really good. He is a blue deck, so I think we're going to bring in Sphinxes. And that. I think he's a straight up combo deck, so we're going to get rid of that, and Baral is not really good, and Immolating Glare is not really good? Question mark? Fumigate may be one of the best board wipes we have right now. Probably is the best. We're getting rid of a grasp. We're going to go like that. I don't know what it's going to do. It's going to do something. It's going to be fun. We lost in glorious fashion. Alright, so we have a Blessed Alliance. We have an Evolving Wilds. I would like to be able to cast my spells. So we're going to keep. Or get a blue source. So basically it looks like we want to poop out. Oh my god, there's white. And there's Sigarda's Aid. Well, that's a thing. I want my blue source. Another card I cannot cast. Sorry, I have 2 I can cast and 2 I cannot. Now lands. Just running lands. Yep. You go ahead and equip them to SRAM. Please. No! Deck, we have 26 lands. We do not need to have this conversation right now. I have no answers for this. Except for I am going to totally Blessed Alliance. And we're going to make my opponent sack a creature. Alright, we got a black source. Alright, so let's see what we're working with here. There's the inventor. I don't care. I'm getting rid of that. Everything else is fine. We're getting rid of the inventor. I totally would have played that. Oh, Duck. How you hate me. Oh, Duck. We are totally negating that. I'm not letting you draw into more action. Land. Oh. Oh, we have gotten there. It gave us a land. We now can glimmer. Spirit Chiller, keep calling the lands. We can let our opponent draw cards now, and we are going to try to draw our own cards and try to find lands. If he wants to counter this, I'll be a little disappointed. Alright, so we're going to put that on top and that on top. And we'll take the disallow and we'll do that. So right now we're feeling pretty good. We have a disallow up. I mean, we got Island Swamp, so I mean, we're good with that. Yep, you thin out your deck. Nothing is hitting the battlefield right now. All right. So I'm going to play the Shambles here because we want the white source just in case. And I don't know if he's got... He feels like he's like Voltron.deck. And now that we took his Voltron sources away, we're more in the driver's seat here. So alright, so now I'm actually going to Gear Hulk. We're going to target Glimmer. Well, I try to help you. I mean, when I talk through what I do, Spirit, I try to talk through my lines. Um, we need a land, and Sphinx would be a game ender. So, yep, seems really good. Um, I think we discard Grasp. We're going to attack. And we are going to intentionally discard Grasp here. I don't want to play Sphinx just in case he does something else, because I mean, we could technically race him at this point, but I don't want to. If you get what I'm saying. Alright. So, I mean, at this point, we're in the land go phase. I actually think we're just going to go on the 4-turn clock beats. And we got 3 disallows. So, and this is kind of what we want to do with our Esper deck, is just grind him down. Yeah, he's going to scoop. And what were we drawing? Land. So we were drawing a lot of lands, but we had action. So that's fine. I like the negates. The fumigates are for cleanup. Anguish really isn't great here. It's something. You know, it's a kill spell for Saram. So. Alright. Blues and whites. We can't cast 2 of our black sources, but I'm going to keep this. And especially now that we know he's evolving wilds and he's mulled down to 6. So we have a fumigate too, which is huge. And then we drew a black source. So we're going to play Shambles first. Alright, so I mean, grass really isn't good here. But we are going to hit our land drops on curve and untapped. So that's really big for us. We don't have anything to do till turn 4. But it seems like our opponent has just a handful of stuff. And no... Ooh. Alright, let's Shambles. I mean, we're not like we have anything till turn 4 anyway. So this turns on Kalidas if we need him to block. This also turns us on 4 and 5. So we have Fumigate now. And we're untapped on 5, which is big. So if he Bastions and just makes this giant Voltron-y creature, we can 5-mana Fumigate gets rid of it, which is fantastic. So he needs 5 creature, 5 artifacts. So right now he's doing nothing but putting things on the battlefield. So we're gonna put another blue source down, and we are going to hold up our Glimmer. Alright. So, with him tapped down, I'm just going to Glimmer. We'll put that on top and that on top. Because we do want to be hitting our land drops. So, ooh, we got a Blessed Alliance too. So we're going to Choked Estuary, revealing Prairie Stream. Yet again, just going to discard away a Grasp here, because Grasp is good but not great. I guess I could have played Kalidas. But I do want to hold up Disallow. We're going to get rid of... You know what? I'm going to get rid of Cletus. Cletus just doesn't feel good. And if he plays Saram, I can grasp it. So, looks like he's going to go reverse engineer again. No, Bastion. Alright, so we can catch him with a Disallow here. If only white men open, that's fantastic for us. So, first Bastion in the yard. Great. Oh, Jim. Jim's good. Good guy. Alright, so let's play that. And at this point, I'm fine with land going for a few turns. Because we do have answers. I mean, if he tries to Bastion again, which looks like we're going to try again. We're going to let that go. Because we have the Blessed Alliance. And he's going to go all Voltron-y on this. And we are totally going to nuke it. Alright, so we're going to Choked Estuary again and reveal that. Undo. Let's fumigate. Doesn't feel great, but Bastion number 2 down. And now if he Sarams, we can grasp it. And I've learned from our friend Kyle Murphy up there, always leave our black mana open. When in doubt, always leave our black mana open. So thank you, Kyle. Thumbs up. Alright, we're gonna... You know what? He can reverse engineer. That's fine. Draw 3 cards. We couldn't kill the Bastion, but he does play Saram. So the Blessed Alliance does hit Saram. So that's why we leave black open. So we're going to play our Prairie Stream. Say go. So at this point, we've gotten rid of 2 of his 4 bastions. 0 Cerams yet, so Grasp is... Yep, Blessed Alliance also kills Bastion. You got it, Yoda. So at this point, I may Gearhulk Glimmer, just because I need to draw some more. Yeah. Alright, so there's Paradoxal. Well. Well. We aren't going to let that happen. We were going to Glimmer, but now we're just going to straight up disallow. And that gets the scoop out of that one. So let's see. What would have Glimmer been? Bottom, bottom. Draw, draw. Eh, not bad. Alright, so that felt good. Esper, still good. Still felt great. So, as always, guys, let me get through our closing, because I do close out about 11 o'clock at night, because I do have to work in the morning. So, as always, guys, if you're watching on Twitch, thank you so much for coming out, hanging out, chatting with me. You guys are one of the big reasons why I do what I do. Yoda, the deck list you're seeing here, it's not the Grixis Oil deck. I haven't updated. I apologize. This is my Esper deck. So, thank you so much for that. Baneslayer13, thank you for the follow. You guys, we're getting close to 200. I cannot wait to get to the 200 celebration, so we can get all that followed out and give away some really cool prizes. If you guys are watching on YouTube, again, thank you so much. I do see the views, and Esper has been the most viewed, one of our most viewed decks out there. So I must either be doing something right, or you all want to see Esper control. Either way, awesome. Thank you. If you guys like what you watched, as always, slam that sub button, slam that follow button. Leave a comment, say hello, whatever might it be. It lets us know you guys appreciate it. Or just watch, turn it on in the background and watch and walk away. Whatever works for you. Thank you so much, guys. I mean it. I'm just 1/4 of the Brewer Spark. We have Ryan, Jay, and Brian. All really good guys. You're going to see a lot more out of them soon. We have Amonkhet on Monday. We're going to have actually the ban list for Amonkhet, so we'll be able to plan and give you guys true decks for what we think Amonkhet will look like. I'm the control guy, so I can definitely tell you you're going to see a control deck out of me or 4. We have tons of others coming up. Other than that, all next week, I'll probably do an Amonkhet pre-release on Moto, just because I do like my Amonkhet sealed, and I'm going to miss pre-release this weekend. So if you guys are this weekend. So I'm going to miss it this weekend. If you guys are going to pre-release at your or at your local store, have fun. Hopefully you open something cool, but at least have fun doing it. So as always, guys, thank you so much for coming and making tonight such a great night, as always. And you guys have a really good night. Bye, guys.